Comparing Caitlin Clark to Stephen Curry and Patrick Mahomes, Analyst explains how A'ja Wilson, Paige Bookers, and more benefited from Fever Star's injury. Caitlin Clark missed most of this season due to multiple injuries. After a sublime rookie season, where she had won the Rookie of the Year award and broken countless records, Clark's second season in the league was rather underwhelming. She holds the records for most points, 769, assists, 337, and double-doubles, 14, as a rookie. She was also the fastest player to 100 three-pointers in just 34 games. However, her second season in the WNBA was forgettable. Clark could only play 13 games during the 2025 season. Her various injuries included a left quad strain, left groin strain, right groin strain, and left ankle bone bruise. Groin injury first hit Clark in July when there was hope for her return. However, after her ankle injury, Fever announced that she was done for the season and would not feature in the playoffs. While Clark's injuries were a major letdown, analyst Kelvin Washington saw a silver lining. Look, nobody signs up for your star player to get hurt, right? If it's Steve Curry, if it's Patrick Mahomes, if it's whomever it may be. In this case, Caitlin Clark. Nobody signs up for that. Especially a league that's trying to continue to grow, Kevlin said on The Odd Couple with Rob Parker and Kelvin Washington podcast, 255. Washington continued, recalling her form before her injury. He said, "She wasn't looking good, and we know what athletes say, look, when you're playing, right? You can't. Oh, is she hurt? Is she not?" And she was shooting the ball terribly. Her percentages were horrible, and she was out there competing. But I think what was a good thing was a reminder to people that while she may be the most popular, it doesn't always equate to the best. Washington believes Clark's injury was a blessing in disguise for the WNBA and players such as A'ja Wilson, Paige Bookers. I think the WNBA benefited. We can also showcase the best players. A'ja Wilson, Sabrina Ionescu, Paige Bookers had a little rival with her as well. And then Nafisa Collier and a handful of other Alyssa Thompson. You have a bunch of other players who are really good. And I think that kind of got highlighted, and thankfully to Caitlin Clark, they were able to piggyback off that, like riding the momentum from last season into this season as she was playing a little bit early on. And then you get into it. So I think they're at a pivotal point right here, he concluded. Indiana Fever's season without Caitlin Clark. Fever were not favored to make the playoffs without Caitlin Clark. They did win a few games without her after she was ruled out, but nobody thought they would fight for a playoff spot. They had a record of 24-20. Their playoff performances showed their squad depth. Not just Clark. Fever lost most of their starting five to injuries. Sophie Cunningham, Lexi Hull, Kelsey Mitchell, Aliyah Boston, and Chloe Bibby all stepped up when Clark was sidelined. However, Cunningham, Bibby, Sydney Colson, and Lexi Hull suffered injuries and were not available for most of the playoffs. Despite multiple injuries, the Fever squad showed resilience and reached the semifinals, only to be beaten by the eventual WNBA champions, A'ja Wilson and the Aces.